welcome to That 90s Podcast, the podcast that takes a sideways glance at the decade most fondly remembered for the following things. Nelson Mandela getting released from prison, Corrie's Deirdre Rashid getting thrown in prison, the National Lottery being launched by man lion Noel Edmonds, and Bill Clinton in general. I'm your host as always, Chris Mayer, and joining me is a man so 90s he refuses to pay over 10 pence for Space Raiders, Mr. Thomas Mawson. How are you, sir?
Well, alright. I will say right now, though, I've never had a packet of Space Raiders in my life.
You serious?
Yes.
But they're like the staple of Tuck Shop.
No.
Corner shop.
I had nothing to do with pickled onion crisps.
Okay, do you know like pickled onion?
No Monster Munch, no Transformer snack.
I'm calling this thing off now. I can't do this podcast with that revelation.
I was a Seabrook's cream cheese and chives kind of guy.
That is oddly specific for a crisp.
My favourite crisp.
Okay, fine. Fair enough.
They got rid of my favourite crisps, in 1996. Walker's did crinkle cream cheese and chives, and I had to go over to Seabrook's.
They're kind of bringing it back. There's like a whole...
I know, I'm excited.
Crisp chat.
I've seen it.
Crisp chat, episode 1. Are you good?
I'm grand, yes. How are you, Chris Mayer?
This is all your fault. This podcast is all your fault.
Yes.
Right. We're meant to be going through like memorable TV shows.
Yes.
This isn't it. This isn't one of them. And this is you were championing this from day one, pretty much.
Oh God, yeah.
So this is your fault.
This is where we contrast sharply, Chris.
Okay. So the three we've had before, they've been iconic.
Mm-hmm.
This no, they're like right. We're doing the Chuckle Brothers, but not Chuckle Vision. We're doing the really, really shit game show.
Could you take that back right now?
No.
You'd go on.
We're doing their shitty game show, which was on CBC, called To Me To You, En Moi De Vous, Mich Zude. There you go, To Me To You.
Yeah.
That's from Google Translate, it could be wrong. I don't know. I speak French a little bit. German I've forgotten all about.
Oh.
So, there you go. Thomas Mawson, what do you remember about To Me To You?
I remember a small desert island that you couldn't fit a toilet on.
Right.
That was already labelled the Chuckle Island, which was quite bizarre. I remember coconuts, lots and lots of coconuts. I remember a tea trolley of prizes being swung left to right, and the word knickers being said at least 10 times on the show.
10 times, okay. That's it, podcast done.
Yep.
No more. I'm happy with that. That's all we need to know.
That's all you need to know, it's fine.
Okay, To Me To You ran from June 1st, 1996 to December 25th, 1998. So quite a small time frame.
Wow.
I think the public realised how shit the show was and decided that's, no. Actually, kids don't know what's good for them. That's probably why you enjoyed it.
Yep. I was probably one of the only viewers.
This was on during the summer holidays, right way through. I think basically 3 times a month.
That's why I watched it so much.
Because you didn't want to go outside, was it?
Well, yeah, that
British summers, was that the problem?
From September to July, yeah. I was an ITV kid.
Right.
Summer, I was all about hot.
Right.
On CBBC.
Okay.
Every morning.
Right.
And that was me. So I used to watch it all the time. Yes.
Thomas Mawson timeshare TV. Did your brother have a say in this at all?
Yeah, he just put Scooby-Doo on all the time.
Okay. Scooby-Doo month.
Nothing else.
So, yeah, how many episodes do you think in that time?
I'm going to try and be more realistic as we go, and I'm going to say about...
You were quite
38, 39.
It's bang on the money. It's like you knew somehow, but I don't.
It's like I heard it carried on a gust of wind.
Yeah,
accidentally.
Well done. That's the
thanks, yeah.
You bang on the money there. So it was on Friday afternoons during the summer.
Mm-hmm.
25 minutes. Put the kids in front of the TV. Watch that, and then forget about it. Basically. So, 2 men who I'd say are one of the most iconic duos of the 1990s, the Chuckle Brothers.
Of course.
Which one's which?
Paul is the one with the wind blowing between his tooth and teeth, and Barry is the thinnest man on earth.
That's correct.
Yes.
So yeah, Barry's small.
Yeah.
Paul is tall.
Yeah.
Simple, really. It's not difficult.
Go.
So that how old do you think they are during this time?
What in the
90s?
show? Right.
Yes.
At this time, I think they're close to Close to 50.
Yep, bang on. So at the moment, Barry is 70 and Paul's 67. And so yeah, what did you? I'm guessing you watched Chuckle Vision as well. You can't really watch To Me. What? That doesn't make any sense. Like, why would you want to watch To Me to You if you don't have a grounding in Chuckle Vision?
I don't like the idea of To Me to You was far more appealing than the show. Like the Chuckle Vision
game shows, don't you?
I just felt I felt like it was a task to get to the end of it. Like I get to the intro,
right.
I just think, oh god, this looks shite. No, thank you.
Okay, so Barry and Paul Elliott. Their last name is not Chuckle, despite what they claim. Are from Rotherham.
A legal flaw.
They're from Rotherham in South Yorkshire.
Of course.
I think, yeah, we'll go with that.
South of us.
And they are, the thing that I most associate with them now is that they are both honorary club presidents of Rotherham United Football Club.
Are they now?
Yeah, so they've been in there in the box, you know, not sitting with the fans. Prawn Sandwich Brigade. That's fucking Barry and Paul right there. So their whole family has a history of show business. Mm-hmm. So their dad was a performer, and they've got two older brothers, the Patton brothers. So the Chuckle thing, Chuckle's better than Patton, isn't it?
Yes.
Not Patton as in a pat, you know.
Pat on the back.
Patton, like that.
Mm-hmm.
And both of them were in Chuckle Vision.
Oh.
But you wouldn't know that because for some reason you didn't watch Chuckle Vision, and they're the only kid of the 90s to not watch Chuckle Vision. So
I had better taste for what I liked.
So one of them, No Slacking, there's a character called No Slacking in Chuckle Vision. It goes, no slacking. That's all he'd say.
That's brilliant.
And get out of it. Get out of it. That's it. That was the other one. And this is kind of weird now because you don't know who No Slacking is. But recently there was a story.
I do know who No Slacking is now.
Okay, because there's a story about him shacking up with a 25-year-old. He's 80. He's like 10 years older than Barry and Paul. Mm-hmm. He's 84. I went to school in primary school with that person who is now shacked up.
You what?
Yeah. Yeah. So that was a weird thing to find
out.
What
a claim
recently.
To fame.
Yeah. So that happened. That's a thing.
Oh dear.
So yeah, it's a brief synopsis of Chuckle Brother history because you need it.
I do.
They won talent shows in the 60s and 70s. And had no real success until Chuckle Hounds in the 1980s. We're not a 1980s podcast, so we're not. Basically, it's them doing like preschool type thing, like show, dressed as dogs in dog costumes, and then they do the general slapstick.
That sounds wrong.
It's pretty terrible. It's like 5-minute things, just them in dog costumes. It's bit sordid. Go with that. And then Chuckle Vision happened between 1987 to 2009. That's a long time being a Chuckle Brother.
Is that 22 years?
Yeah. Good math. Good math.
Thank you.
Good math. And they're currently now doing sporadic TV work, Celebrity Juice, Pointless, Coach Trip, which is one of your favourite TV shows. Yes. And also nightclub visits, because I checked yesterday and they were at Cardiff Walkabout this morning. And they were also at one of our one of our haunts of university in Preston, Squires, last week.
They were at Squires?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So that's how they keep the money going. So I feel bad for them.
Well,
really.
They were on Come Down With Me as well, weren't they?
Probably.
Yes, they were. Yes.
Yes, they were. You tell me, I don't know.
I'm all about Come Down With Me and Coach Trip. Coach Trip particularly so.
Okay, but To Me to You is not one of their well-known things. Quick premise for you, but you know it.
Yeah.
The Chuckle Brothers have an island. Contestants come over on a ferry to try and win prizes via obtaining coconuts. That is essentially what the show is. Mm-hmm. It's that time again to go and look at the theme, the title sequence. Mm-hmm. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Paul! Cup of tea.
Oh my god. Where do you want to start here, Thomas?
Well, I always like you to get out the way first because I always have more.
Right.
Chris currently has his hands on his head in
I
a
don't-
dire state of affairs.
I don't even know where to start.
I'm looking forward to this.
Right. First thing to point out, the episode that we are watching doesn't have any, it just cuts into it. It's kind of like a really dodgy VHS tape. So we had to watch a separate episode at the start to understand the whole thing. So effectively, Barry and Paul are sat on a boat having shit banter about gladiators. The set's terrible. A lot of jokes are said, some of which we'll splice in now.
Hey, do you know, I'm really excited about today's special guest.
Are you? Why?
Well, guess who it is?
Give me a clue.
Right, what do you think of when I say atmospheres and duel and pugils?
Brass bands. Great, we've got a brass band on the island. I love brass bands.
Bands?
Yeah, well, they always have bugles.
No, listen, bugles, pugils.
Oh.
What springs to mind when I say wolf and cobra and panther and rhino?
The zoo. We're going to the zoo. I love zoos.
No. Think of lightning.
I'm not going to the zoo if it's bad weather.
Oh, forget it. Oh, here's the ferry. Let's go meet it. Hey!
And there you go.
That's it.
That's it. But the title's coming now, and I'll let you do it. This is your thing, man.
So 90s green screen delight. Paul spits at Barry just out of anger. Barry tries to make him a cup of tea, which gets tossed over the side of a
Paul,
ship that they are on.
He
at
goes,
the moment.
Paul, cup of tea. Right, the music. The first thing we should mention is the fucking music, because it's like saloon music from like a western or something that doesn't belong there.
Crossed with bullseye piano music.
Yeah. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting, but it's not as good.
I felt like somebody had like walked into like a sound studio drunk and just fell over all of the sound effect buttons. Woo!
I need that one. Yeah.
There's about 20 odd. So Barry and Paul have nicked the ship and they're just taking a jaunt somewhere. Barry's just a shipmate though and didn't even own a hat. Paul's the only one that captains the ship. At the start, it looks like water splashing on Barry, but it just looks like a bit of spit. So I think Barry's just treating him with a lot of disregard.
Right.
Then a shark appears.
Do you mean Paul?
Yeah, I do. One of the two. I'm just going to read what I have here. So they nick the ship. They don't know how to sail. The ship sinks. They ride on a rubber snake.
Right. I don't know I thought it was like a dinosaur or something.
It's a snake. It's just a massive snake.
Why? Right. Okay. Why? If they've nicked the ship, there's a lot of questions here.
Yeah.
Like, if they've nicked a ship, why would a snake be the buoyancy aid, of choice?
Where did they get it from?
Which makes you think they haven't nicked the ship. It's actually their ship. They're just ill prepared for a disaster, which is a bit odd given their history in Chucklevision. But
Yeah. Well, there you go. Yes, they ride an inflatable rubber snake. They see a shark's fin, scream. They undo the air pin in the snake, which sends them flying into an island that's about the size of the rug in this room. That's already
visual
labelled.
aid for the audience.
Yes,
there.
which is already labelled Chuckle Island. So if they're
It's convenient, isn't it?
one of the many millions of islands.
Oh, we found this island. It's Chuckle Island. It's like it's destiny.
You know, they're deserted there with no ship, no supplies, nothing but sand and a coconut tree, and they're happy.
Yeah.
But yes, typical British piano. Somebody fell on the sound effect button. Great.
There we go.
Tip top.
So yeah, this is the first theme where it's not really about the theme at all. It's all about the title sequence itself. Other things that I've noted down. The animated water when the ship goes down.
It's amazing.
Is just like it's basically just coloring the screen blue.
Yeah.
It's like they do the kind of ooh, I'm the water type thing.
They're still on the ship. It makes it look like looks like the water rises rather than them sinking.
If you're going to watch this title sequence, we'll put it up on Facebook. Blah blah blah. Pause it sporadically because it is the best thing you can ever. The faces they pull are amazing. It's inappropriate. Chuckle Brothers faces should be tumbling. Yeah, absolutely.
It's so good.
I think could have gone for a Tom Hanks Castaway vibe, but CBC didn't commission that, and then that became an Oscar-nominated film, and then they just got a game show. Like So it could have been a story about the Chuckle Brothers trying to find their way home, and like a feature-length film.
You could.
Rather than a game show where a trolley is pushed left and right.
I think they could have expanded on the premise more, and that like they're very happy on this deserted island, and people know that they're there, and they somehow get ferries to this island that they own, proprietors of this island.
If anything, I'm impressed that Barry and Paul have managed to set up a game show with limited materials. You know, they've got nothing. They've just got a cup and a mug. They've got a mug. That's it. And they managed to, set up a thriving game show industry for children and bring them over on the ferry, and
it's good.
There's a lot of questions here.
No,
I think we'll probably
cover
digress more as we go through the show. So the show itself, Barry and Paul pop out of the hut, and here we go. Let's talk about Barry and Paul's costume.
Oh, yes. Massive 90s shirts.
Yes, yeah, flannel, but beyond flannel. It's like it's a different kind of level.
Barry being
it's the sort of shirts you get in George and Asda.
Yes.
Like on for about in a multi-pack. That's kind of what I thought. Barry's waistline is like Simon Cowell would look at it and go, "Nah, not for me that."
Barry is the thinnest TV presenter I've ever seen, and just smallest in general. And he's wearing an XXL shirt, quite clearly, and he just looks like he would fly in it. It looks horrendous.
He looks like he's gone to Mallorca in the 1970s. That's what I'm getting from Barry.
Like
Paul,
casual Casablanca.
Paul looks like a Capri Sun kind of. It's a vibrant orange check shirt.
Oh God!
Which should really be a deck chair, if anything. Chuckle Harbour. I'm going to call it Chuckle Harbour for the
was that ever mentioned?
No, I'm just calling it Chuckle Harbour.
Oh, that's fair.
Chuckle Harbour. What do you make of the set, Thomas?
It's fine. It's got a lot of stuff in it. It's very well constructed. Apart from the shack.
It's a very piratey type thing. There's
yes.
It's a harbour because there's boxes everywhere and palm trees, coconuts.
That's why I liked it.
You feel like you're on an island if you kind of let your imagination go wild a little bit.
I actually feel like they had a bit of money in this show, but just in the wrong places. So they had it on the flashing circle and the Chuckle Brothers and the tea trolley and basically all the things that would facilitate the show, but the content of it is like pound shop buys, which we'll get into shortly.
Yes.
But I thought looks pretty good.
Speaking of pound shop buys, money was not spent on the team's costumes.
No.
The red and the blue team, who have effectively been given PE shirts that are red and blue and have not been made to fit.
I didn't take note if they were wearing plimsolls or not.
These have been washed in the BBC kind of washing room. Mm-hmm. I don't know who does the laundry at the BBC. I've got no idea.
Probably Chuckle Brothers now.
Probably them, yeah. Go on, Barry. And also the name tags. Did you notice them? They're like basically they've written people's names into Microsoft Word 95 in Times New Roman 72 font.
At least it's not Comic Sans.
Not even word art. Not even word art. It's ridiculous. Right, so Paul and Barry both have a team, don't they?
Yes, they do.
So we'll go with Paul's team first.
Yes.
The red team. Mm-hmm. All the way from Milcrum Primary School in London, Ryan and Monique.
Yes.
And then there's a voiceover man who we'll probably play a bit of now because he's magical. He's wonderful.
What's it all about him?
First up, it's 11-year-old Ryan Morey, who's also known as Bob.
He's fucking shite.
He sounds like a bank manager that both the Chuckle Brothers just like bumped into and went, "Yeah, you'll do."
His phrasing is horrendous. Right when he's introducing somebody, he says, "Welcome to." Welcome to Chris Mayer. That doesn't work, does it? What the hell is that about?
It works for me, to be honest. So and also when they have like a little passport photo of the contestant, and on the front of the passport cover it says "Doni mihi, Doni tibi."
I got that down. I've got no idea what that means.
That's supposed to be Latin for "to me to you," I think, or "oh dear," some sort of Chuckle Brother phrase. I use Google Translate a lot for this.
Yes.
It should be "ut mi ad vos" rather than that. Research, mate. Research. Okay, contestant number 1 on the red team, Ryan Morey, 11, also known as Bob. No idea.
Moving on.
3 brothers, 5 cats. Fan of rugby, which is a bit dodgy in my opinion, because you're meant to like one or the other, not both.
Taking so many notes. It's amazing. Jesus Christ.
Who?
Carry on.
You or me?
You.
Yeah.
Oh, it's wonderful.
And another mention from a podcast favourite. I feel like poultry this evening.
Ian Wright.
Ian Wright. His favourite footballer is Ian Wright, which definitely means it's from 97
Yes, of course.
or 96.
All I've got here is Ryan, Bob, Ian Wright, chicken.
Better notes than mine, I think. Monique is 10, likes PE and All Saints, and Paul basically does a old man rubbing his thighs type thing. Goes, oh, All Saints. Oh, I love All Saints. He's got no fucking idea who All Saints are. This means it's actually 1998, because All Saints album, probably called All Saints, came out around that.
I see.
What did you like All Saints?
I liked the first single. I thought it was okay.
Never Ever.
And then Pure Shores came out.
Pure Shores is an amazing song.
Fucking wonderful song.
I'm not going to sing it now.
No.
I'll do you the honour of not doing that. So Barry's team in
which is almost in keeping because this is a beach themed show.
Thanks for that.
You're welcome.
Barry's team in bleu from Broomgrove County Junior School.
Welcome to Charlotte.
What?
Is what the guy says.
Okay.
It says welcome to Charlotte.
You're jumping ahead here.
It's so bad. Sorry.
From Colchester.
Yeah.
In Essex. Essex versus London. It's the age-old debate which one's better.
The SAS is the world's finest fighting force, and every one of them comes from Essex. London. Essex. London. Essex. London. Essex. London. Essex. London. Essex.
We'll find out. Robbie McWilliams.
I remember.
10. He uploaded this, so thank you very much, Robbie McWilliams. He uploaded this episode on YouTube.
Seriously?
Yeah.
My God.
It's entirely down to Robbie McWilliams.
No, Jesus.
Yeah, so
must have been
all
proud.
top marks to him. Sorry about your name. He likes art and sci-fi, watches football, plays basketball, and listens to the Spice Girls.
He does.
Which it's like, yeah, he's not really thought about what, like, if someone asked me when I was 10 or 11 what my favourite things, I'd have no fucking idea what to say.
See,
and that's sort of the answer I'd give. Like, I like football and play basketball and like Spice Girls. that's
If somebody asked me a music question, I'd be in a similar situation, but I'd feel embarrassed afterwards. Like, I like Billy Piper.
I like Ricky
Spears,
Martin.
Blue. R. Kelly.
Yep. So Robbie Williams, he's there. Charlie Miller, 11. Big fan of Sally Gunnell, who's an athletics person, which is very odd. Also, basically likes PE again, running, netball, swimming. The generic answers for a 10-year-old,
Enjoys
which
gym.
makes me think, why are you even telling me this? I don't give a shit.
We know that already.
After they've introduced Charlie, there's a very, very shit sandbag joke.
There's a swimming joke.
Oh, I love swimming. When I was little, I used to do the caterpillar stroke.
The caterpillar stroke?
Yeah, but when I got bigger, it turned into the butterfly.
Coconuts fall off trees. That's how bad that joke is. This bit here is my favourite part of the show.
Yeah, it's so good.
Basically, do you want to describe the format of how the show works? Because you should know.
Okay, so the objective of each round is to get a tea trolley of prizes to the respective team side of the set.
It's like a horseshoe, isn't it? With
Basically,
trolley,
yes.
With treasure chests at each end.
You have a dice which has to me and then to you with different numbers on. So obviously if you roll to you, it goes to the opposing team.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get to the end of your square set, you get your prizes and then the prizes reset. To decide who goes first, there is the dice decider.
The dice decider.
Dice decider. Both teams are wearing pairs of boxing gloves and have to attempt to unwrap a present.
Yeah.
With many layers of paper.
An actual thing on TV.
Yes.
Yeah. Where did the Chuckle Brothers obtain these boxing gloves? On a desert island? I don't remember them. Did they build a gym? Is that where they train?
It's the ferry. Everything's on the
okay.
ferry.
That actually does make sense.
I took note that the blue team tried to just hit the box and see if the paper would fall off. Subsequently, they did not win the dice decider.
Yeah, the blue team had a terrible time.
They had a shitter, didn't
they? Robbie just punches the box.
they? Yeah.
Reds win. Done. Main game. Here we go. The mega dice is rolled, and I think actually on your tea trolley. So let's go through the shit prizes on offer today.
Can you leave the worst to last because you know exactly which one that is?
I think I know which one it is.
Yes.
Okay, so the starting prizes on the Chuckle Truck. A Mary Poppins VHS. Don't know why that's on offer, to be honest.
No.
Various To Me To You gubbins, or Timty, as I call it. I'm going to call it Timty for now. And a Peter Andre doll.
Topless Peter Andre doll.
Yeah.
Why?
Why? Yeah. Like, Peter Andre wasn't relevant at this time.
The Mysterious Girl was like 95.
He was barely relevant in 95.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was never relevant. He's more relevant now doing Strictly Come Dancing. Timestamp this podcast.
That's true. That's absolutely true. Okay. For the as usual, I'm going to ask you questions which were asked on the show, mainly to test your memory. But on offer this week, I've brought a prize in because they're trying to win coconuts. So I feel like you should try and win coconuts.
I will try my best.
I've got in front of me sound effect. 4 bounty bars.
Yes!
And throughout the course of the podcast, I'm going to ask you questions which were asked to the children on the show. And if you get it right, you get a bounty.
Oh, ding dong.
I might split them in half because there's like little mini bounties. That's how they work.
Well, that's...
Well, there's more because there's probably about 8 questions. So
Oh, but there you go.
if you get it right, you get the bounty.
Yeah.
If you get it wrong, I get the bounty.
Fuck.
Okay?
Yeah.
Question number 1.
Yeah.
What sort of a fish is a conger? An eel or a salmon?
I'm going to tell you right now what they answered with.
Right.
Because it was the
well, that's cheating, so go on.
Okay, the answer is eel.
Right.
They answered salmon.
Yep. Just gonna go bounty.
Yes.
You've ruined this. You're not meant to remember it.
Okay, what for?
So forget everything you know.
Okay, but
Right.
Conger salmon.
Conger salmon.
Conger salmon. What the fuck is that? That's.
He is 11.
Oh my god.
It's not, you know. So yeah, Ryan gets it wrong. Reds are off to a bad start. The chuckle wheel is pressed. They have to go over to the wheel and kind of push it down with both hands. Like, they have to touch both hands. Like, I don't want to touch it. Push the button, and then there's the music that goes round when. Yeah.
And then lands on a square.
Yep.
All of these different squares have different words and challenges on them. So there's the Chuckle Chuck, which we'll get on to. There's the Chuckle Challenge. There's Roll Again, back to the start, for example. And my favourite ever is Knickers.
Knickers.
Gives you the chance to nick somebody's coconut, basically, from the other person's team.
We'll get to that.
Never.
We will get to that. So the Blues have a go. I'm already losing the will to live in this show. It's not good. The Blues have a go. They get the Celebrity Challenge. And I have no fucking idea who this celebrity is. I don't remember him on UEC at all. It basically, they go, okay, who's around the building today?
That was basically it.
They can be on there. So it's from Out of Tune. No idea what that is. It's Street. Tim Downey's his name.
I just remember him walking on and just thinking, honest to
He's
God,
he's got flannel shirt on as well.
Yeah.
And then he's in his costume from Out of Tune, which is effectively a overall, like kind of like I don't know what it is. It's like,
doesn't he try and man a choir or something?
Yeah.
Let's go with that.
I'll be honest, I didn't really care enough to check that. So
he didn't care being on there either.
So he comes in. They have a bit of chat about stuff. Barry and Paul have no idea who he is either, really. Mm-hmm. And the game, they go into the hut, and I think this is a part of the episode that we missed because it was cut off. There's some cornflakes on the floor, which Paul has put there.
Yeah.
And they're attached to a wall by a bungee, so both the pair of them, and they have to go one at a time, and then put cornflakes in a receptacle with a line. It's a staple of children's game show.
They're teaching them how to tidy, basically.
Yeah, again, it's tidying up. Kids shouldn't have to go on a game show to tidy up. They do that enough at home. Why should
Or maybe they don't.
Basically, fill some cornflakes in a jar and get it past the blue lines of the game.
What a waste of cornflakes is all I had to say about that game.
Yeah. And for the first time, the music actually does sound like Crash Bandicoot.
Yes, it does.
Like you've alluded to in several episodes.
I still stand by that, though. I've got a bounty to prove it.
So they've got little dustpan and brushes.
Yes.
They absolutely blitz this. It's not even challenging. So yeah, they win, and then the coconut is won. One bounty to them.
Chuckle currency.
One bounty to them. One bounty to you.
Yeah.
And when they come back to the main games, the red team are just there.
Yeah.
And for some reason, the Chuckle Brothers just go, "Oh, do you like cornflakes?" to Ryan, and he goes, "No, I prefer Frosties." That's like he's been prompted to go. Say you like Frosties. Say you like
Chris,
Frosties. I mean, he's
do you
right.
like cornflakes?
Frosties are better. He's right.
You're wrong.
But the amount of there might as well be a stage manager behind him, just kind of prodding him, just going, "Say Frosties," like that. It's just, oh my god.
I was a bigger cornflakes fan, to be honest.
So a coconut is erected in the blue team's charge. It's just, and I think if it's the set looks so dodgy, it could easily take a crowd member out.
Yeah.
Because I think the crowd on each side is the schools from.
They are, yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
So they're all wearing football shirts from that
Yes,
year. It's
basically
weird.
goalkeeper shirts.
Yeah. The Reds buzz.
Mm-hmm.
They get the home square, and then they win the Peter Andre doll and Mary Poppins VHS. Glad I turned up for this one. Back to the start, and then titles come down. Paul and Mary make funny faces, effectively.
Paul looks like Wallace from Wallace and Gromit.
Yeah, I am getting the vibe, but a seedy version of that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the technology.
Shit prize round number 2. Glitter collection. Beanie Babies. That's it.
Yep. But better than the first.
Blues then fuck up a roll. And we see To You. And then there's a lot of cheering. Hey! Like that. And they get the home square.
Yeah.
And it's back to the start again.
It is.
At this point, I noticed in I think blue team's crowd,
Yeah,
there was a sign which says "Thank you BBC." Not fuck you BBC. Fuck you.
Like I don't understand.
They didn't know what we know now.
Did the one on television? What did it want? I don't know.
Thank you BBC
Thank
for
you,
selecting
BBC.
this school from Colchester, Essex. Thank you.
Our Lord and Saviour.
Back to the start. Shit prize round number 3. A joke book. Some sort of rip-off of Pictionary and mosaic thing. Seriously, Thomas, these prizes are so bad.
They're so good.
It's like stuff you get in B&M bargains.
No, it's
so bad.
not as good.
I think I'm being asked to B&M bargains there.
Yeah.
Now it's your favourite square.
Yes.
Knickers. So it's question number 2.
Yes.
True or false? A flea can jump 100 times its own height.
I'm gonna have to go with true.
It's gone on.
Oh yes.
2 bounties. I'm not happy about this.
Check. You know
So yeah. Red steal a coconut.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. It's riveting stuff.
It is.
Riveting. Chuckle challenge time for the Blues. Down the swamp. This is very similar to the Funhouse game that we had. It was with Elvis rather than Jungle
It was a bit
Explorer Way.
clearer to follow this time, though.
Well, yeah, because it's effectively the same fucking game as the cornflake one they did.
Just in water.
Just not cornflakes. Water is the one being used this time. But Barry is dressed in Jungle Explorer wear.
It looks like a kid.
He looks like
dress up.
Yeah, he looks like Nigel Thornberry to me.
Yes, he
It's
does.
horrible. The best part about the costume is the little blue bits to denote,
Yeah.
that it's the blue team taking
Yeah.
this challenge. So, blue team are doing, challenge number 2, and you're dressed in as a Jungle Explorer, and it's a smoky pit with water
In the bogs.
and you've got to fill leaky buckets with water and take it to the container across the way. The same one they use for the cornflakes. So,
Yeah, just cheap.
this is so bad. So bad. Robbie decks it, but they still win.
Yeah, they do.
So it's coconut. Coconut score is 1-1. keeping you updated there.
All on the coconut carriage.
Indeed. Charlie then lies about the water temperature. So it's just like going, like asking, how was that going for you? Like, how was that going for you? And she was like, was it cold? Yeah. It's like, I want to be more arsed about the show, but I can't. I'm being as half-arsed as they are about the show, like the whole creation of it. Why did you like this show?
I think you're being very harsh.
I'm not. I'm seriously not.
It was jolly. It was lighthearted. The kid contestants were boring as fuck, but everything else around them was smashing. And you're a liar. Oh dear.
The best part about, like, when they come back, the Blues come back, and there is the still image. There's a shot of Ryan on the red team, and they go, "Well, you've not played any games yet." And he goes, "I know." Like, he looks so sad. He looks like he's come here and he's not played any games. He's literally just answered questions incorrectly. He thinks that conger eels and is a salmon. You know, he's not having a good time, really, is he?
It's time to things for to pick up with him. Chris,
Indeed.
Did you make any observation in the crowd that somebody was wearing a lime green Elise jumper?
Yes, he did.
90s personified Elise.
It's not in my notes, but I did remember that. It was
It was either Nike 4 stripes because you couldn't afford Adidas.
Yep. Gola.
Assis.
Assis.
Oh, Gola was amazing.
Assis.
Yeah.
What?
Asics.
Asics. The
yes.
running. Yeah, the running. Yeah. Asis and Zari.
Or Elise.
Yeah.
Elise was the bottom of the barrel, wasn't it?
Mm.
Oh yes.
Okay. Next game. Use your noggin. Use your head.
Use this concept.
And to introduce this game, Paul and Barry just go nod the head back and forth.
Yep.
It's like a bobblehead. Wouldn't bobbleheads of Paul and Barry be amazing to have on your mantelpiece?
Well, they'd be just like having them in real life, though.
Exactly. That's why they'd be amazing.
Yeah.
They're
and sat on their slave chairs.
What?
They're sat on the chairs, commanding everybody around them.
Before that, the little graphics that come in of Use Your Head have a terrifying E-fit of both Paul and Barry. It freaked me out. I had to pause it for a bit. I was kind of shook to my very core. You know?
You just don't get it.
So, do you want to explain Use Your Head?
Yes, so each crowd, there's 2 of those, are all wearing hats, and each team have to collect the hats, and whoever has the most hats at the end wins, but you're only allowed to collect 1 at a time.
That's the game. That is a game that someone went, yeah.
It is at this point where I kind of thought, it's a bit bollocks, isn't it?
This show.
It's a bit bollocks.
It's a bit bollocks. There's a lot of cheating going on.
Yeah, there is.
Like, they basically go, you got to stay still, you got to keep your, like, they've got to come get the hat off you.
Take my hat,
but
take
there's
it.
definitely somebody in the blue team's, like, crowd who are just kind of passing caps around, like, going, right, go. So they win 16-14.
Yes.
It's a high-scoring game, Use Your Head, I would say. But definitely cheating brings it down. So it's 2-1 to the Blues.
Yes.
Back to the start.
Of course.
Why not?
Where else would you start?
That's what Blues get. Time for the Chuckle Chuck, which is, I'd say,
the best
game of this show. But that's really not saying much when you're asked to sweep up cornflakes. The Chuckle Chuck, I think it's the thing I remember most about this. So basically, Paul and Barry are behind a ship. Like kind of set, I suppose.
Yeah, ship wall.
So they're looking through the portholes.
Yeah.
And they're like, they've got yellow Macs on, like cagoules, yellow cagoules, and the aim of the red team have to get Paul and Barry with custard pies
on a catapult.
It's a shame that neither Chuckle's been put in a trebuchet. That's what I thought Chuckle Chuck should have been, but it's not that.
Unfortunately.
So the kids have got to hit them with 3 pies.
Mm-hmm.
They don't. They're not even.
They're very bad.
They're bad.
They're very bad.
Ryan's waited this long to get involved in the action, and he's shit out basically. That's
Monique does better, but only slightly.
So your boy Street comes around and goes, right, I'm going to pie you in the face. It's just it's classic TV.
He is dressed in a fantastic yellow cagoule hat get-up. My immediate thought was, kind of looks a bit like Paddington Bear if he was going out in the rain. And did you know that Tim Downey was in the 2014 film of Paddington Bear?
Wow, that's
All
wow.
comes full circle.
Wow, it does, doesn't it? I feel like you forced that reference to get across that you did some research.
I actually thought Paddington Bear first.
No, you
then I actually did.
No,
Shut your noise. And then I looked up Tim Downey, and he was in that film. It's
Tim Downey was also
one of the only things he's done.
He's in Toast.
I don't know what that
That's
is.
with Matt Berry on Channel 4.
Oh,
show.
okay.
Yeah. So he actually has done some good stuff. I think he's like 20, some like early 20s at this point.
Yes, he is.
So he's just making his way in his career. He probably doesn't want to remember this. I don't want to remember this.
Nah.
So yeah, that happens. They failed. No coconut for you. Bye bye. And Blues roll double. Double bubble. Do some. We're not really keeping. I don't want to say, oh, they rolled to me 2, and then they rolled to you 5.
Because that will make it even more boring.
Yeah, that'll make it worse.
Yes.
Make it worse. Prize Square. Question number 3.
I'm ready.
So the Reds. This is for the Reds. What caused the sinking of the Titanic, Thomas Mawson?
It was not a lettuce, but an iceberg. I'll let you digest that, Chris. Yes!
He's got 3 bounties now.
Oh, yes.
Okay. So they, with the kids' help from behind him, they get that right.
Yeah.
Because they,
None of them knew.
no. Shit prize round number 4.
Oh, God.
Yep, this is my favourite prize of everything. It's the Gamecom console.
Game.com console.
It's pronounced Gamecom.
I'm so sorry.
I checked this out.
Yes.
I don't remember this console.
No, because it was one of those you buy in Argos for 15 quid when you couldn't afford a Mega Drive or a PlayStation.
Yeah.
I never had it.
Gives you an impression of the budgets at BBC.
Basically, imagine if VTech tried to do the Game Boy.
Well,
It wouldn't be good.
I've got some information for you on the Gamescom.
I'm listening.
The Game.com, brackets pronounced Gamescom,
Yes.
was released by Tiger Electronics in September 1997.
Not Tiger Electronics.
They were the people doing the lights out. I think they did that.
They did basically all those handheld games that had a pre-rendered screen and little sprites that could like move into animations, and it was awful. I had loads of them.
But not this.
No.
It was the first system to use a touchscreen and stylus. So it's ahead of its time.
Oh.
First to provide internet access, and it was squarely aimed at an older audience with its resolution and its PDA style features. The touchscreen lacked precision, however, due to its low sensor resolution and a lack of backlight. Furthermore, Gamecom suffered from some of the worst game advertising in history, and this is, I don't know why, I did this from a website, and it says, an insulting midget spokesman claimed, it plays more games than you idiots have brain cells, referring to the very games he was trying to sell. Ironically, it only had a total of 20 games.
Wow.
One of
That's
which
a
was
small
Batman.
amount of brain cells.
Batman and Robin was one of them because it's on the cover.
Yes, I remember that.
So and there was just terrible games. It didn't last very long, this game. So yeah, 20 games in total.
That's really bad.
Yeah, so if you want to be on the team that don't win this because you don't want to have a console that everyone will laugh at you if you have it. So
I got the games.
did you have what? This is a stupid question. Which consoles did you have when you were growing up?
I had I was at Master System. I didn't
Right.
get that till I was 5.
Right. I don't want your life story.
That's okay. Then I got the Mega Drive the Christmas afterwards.
Right.
And about 98,
Yeah.
I got the PlayStation.
Yeah.
And then Dreamcast in 1999.
So you've had a lot there, right?
I've got a lot now.
I was the other side of the coin.
You were?
SNES until 99, PS1 after that, and then
Did you get an N64?
no.
Oh.
No, I was behind the curve. So I played some really good games. The games on SNES are just like some of my favorite games.
Oh, yeah.
I digress. I basically want to get away from this fucking show.
Yes. Get back to it, Chris. Come back to my...
2-2 in coconuts now.
Yes.
And a question for the Blues, and it's my last bounty. I mean, they've been tough so far, haven't they?
Yes. I treasure these bounties quite a lot.
Yeah. Okay. How many legs are on a tripod?
I'm going to have to go for 3. Yes!
4 bounties. I bought them from Sainsbury's on the way here.
Yes.
But it's like the end of the game descends into question after question.
Yep.
So they win I think Blues won the Tiger Con. That sounds right. So shit prize round number 5. Dream phone.
I remember the Dream phone.
Yeah, Dream phone.
It was always in Argos catalogues.
Yeah.
Never had it.
No, well, yeah, it's not aimed at you. It's aimed at girls.
Hey, I had a Polly Pocket when I was 3.
Okay, that explains a lot.
It was my cousin's. It was left at my house.
Yeah.
I had a good time with it. Shut.
It wasn't like a male version of Polly Pocket.
Yes, it was a...
Go on. Test you. I don't know what it was.
It was Max something.
Okay. Max Power.
I had those. Yeah, no.
No.
I had those though, and I also had some Power Rangers ones as well.
So yeah, Dream Phone is a game where it's kind of like Cluedo, I suppose, but you've got a phone and you have to guess which boy fancies you, and you got to answer questions and stuff.
Yes, it's great.
It's very fun. I think we should play a advertisement for Dream Phone right now.
It's our world, girls. Last night we were on the phone for hours and my parents will never see the bill. Electronic Talking Dream Phone, the game with over 20 cute guys to talk to. To win, call up and get clues to figure out who's got a crush on you.
He's not wearing a hat.
It's not Tony and Mike. It's a process of elimination. You could be talking to the boy for you.
I really like you.
It's Steve! Electronic Talking Dream Phone from Milton Bradley. You make the call, after all. It's our world, girls.
Well, ding dong dandy.
Question for the Reds.
Oh.
No bounties on offer here, Thomas. Because you took on my bounties, didn't you?
Tim, I'm going to give you one back.
Why?
Win it
That
again.
ruins the illusion. Where would you go for treatment for your feet? Chiropodist or psychotherapist?
I'm going to say a shoe ropodist.
Bounties back.
There's...
Free in coconuts. Mm-hmm. Shit prize round number 6. Strobe ball.
Oh.
I don't. It's a ball but disco. It's not even disco. It's like just a lightning ball.
It's not good.
No, it's not good. I can't emphasize enough how shit this show is and how shit these prizes are.
Oh, God.
Sorry, Thomas, I'm bringing down your childhood here.
We'll get to that.
And yet another question
I'm
for
ready.
the Blues.
I'm
And
ready.
this is effectively my main gripe with this show is that it's so rigged as a show. Because it's like it's so like pre-orchestrated in how it's organised. Like it's to make it entertaining. Because really, if you'd done it properly, the Blues would be winning by so much. There'd be no competition here. Okay, this one. All right. This is for all your bounties now.
Yeah.
I'm changing the rules up on you.
Fuck.
Okay. And I want someone to adjudicate on this. Mm-hmm. Okay.
We have a captive in the corner.
Yeah, you did. You're not meant to tell them that.
Oh, sorry.
We'll adjudicate.
You can't hear him, so I'm lying.
I'm gonna get my phone out now.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a timer on the go.
How long have I got?
Well, this is up to my jurisdiction.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna give you 30 seconds to name 10 British cities. Go.
Carlisle, Bristol, Manchester, Leeds.
Have you just written them all down?
Liverpool, Luton, Birmingham, Newcastle, Truro, and Preston. I'm keeping my bounties.
You've ruined it. You have ruined it. Again, I hate you. I hate this show. I hate everything. The Blues are given Colchester as a city. Wrong. Not a city. Get the fuck off this island. Paul and Barry. Just
Island of Colchester.
And yeah, it's 4-3 to the Blues. End of game. Done. I'm done.
Chris is dead.
If you want to listen to a podcast where someone is gradually worn down, like waterboarded with 90s stuff, this is it.
A torture rack.
Water taken from that swamp earlier.
Dysentery.
Yes, dysentery indeed. I feel like I've got dysentery.
Yeah.
So Street comes out. Street comes out for his third appearance of the day.
Oh, yes.
They're making him work hard for his money. Absolutely. He comes out with the main prize for the Blues. And you remember, like, Funhouse was a reasonably good main prize.
Yes.
You know, this ain't that. Not that.
It's the anticlimax of prizes. This.
The Blues win some connects.
Yes!
That's for all their efforts on a desert island. You know, sweeping up cornflakes and taking water to a receptacle. Yeah, here's some connects for you.
You'd like to think that at least win like a ticket back home.
They've been to Argos before this game.
Yeah.
They've gone, right, okay. Get a job lot of connects. And
Dream Phone. And Peter Andre.
And buy the only Gamescom in the world. So they handed some connects and they're pretty happy about it. And for the Reds, this is
my favourite of all the prizes. Oh my god!
Sorry,
it's
the Reds.
I'm right. Tell him if you can't.
Just tell me.
So they both get a Cadbury's selection plate. They don't even get the box that it would come in.
No, like I'd always get a collection box at Christmas.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of a standard thing.
Yeah.
But I'd get the box. At least I can, play with that for a bit.
Too cheap for the plate.
You called it a plate. It's not a plate at all. It's a piece of cardboard.
Plastic sheet.
Yeah. And I've never seen two children look more depressed than holding one collection box plate between two people.
And Street did have to say to them, "Oh, you'll both get one, don't worry."
It's when we get money to buy one,
Yeah,
you will get.
yeah.
There's some good chocolates in there though, crunchy.
Yeah.
Good dairy
Solid.
milk, obviously. Yeah. What's your favourite collection box chocolate? This is the most important question anyone's ever asked.
Crunchy is my favourite.
Yeah, I had a crunchy yesterday.
I haven't had a crunchy in a while. I'm due one.
You're missing out.
I am.
You are missing out.
Although if I got a toffee crisp, I'd be just as happy.
And as Barry and Paul say goodbye to those getting on the ferry home, there's a viewer question.
Oh yes.
Which they don't do this anymore because there was that phone line scandal thing where
it was all
turned
rigged.
out it was all rigged. Like this game shows.
Yes.
Which river runs through London? A, the Tyne, B, the Tamar, or C, the Thames? What is the answer, Thomas?
I'm gonna say, maybe thinking it's maybe the Thames.
Yeah, you're right. And there's no bounties on offer.
What would the prize have been?
I don't know. It was never really specified what the prize was. I don't know. I think it was.
Don't think it'd be good though.
No, probably the selection plate.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I wrote down the number for this hotline for this viewer question. So I think we're going to ring it.
Let's see if we can win some prizes.
So yeah, but I can remember the live and kicking number, but we'll go.
Why can you remember the live and kicking number?
Because it was a jingle, so I like the number from the IT crowd when they played that.
Oh yes.
0118. Sorry.
725.
I've got it written down here.
3.
I'm going to try and ring it now, and we'll see what happens.
Get that on speakerphone, son.
This is a new phone, so I don't. That's the same thing, though.
The number you have called is not recognised. Please check the number. If you need help, call the operator on 100 from your mobile.
It's gone. Don't.
I wanted the prize. I wanted the prize.
I really wanted a conversation where I just talk to somebody and ask them, "Is this not the To Me To You hotline?"
On a porn line.
It seems that the To Me To You hotline has been discontinued, and probably has been discontinued for roughly 15 years.
Yes.
So
with good reason.
Yeah. So To Me To You. Oh my god.
Do you want to start or do you want me to start?
No. Wait. Okay. I like the Chuckle Brothers. Okay. I think they're like, they know who they're pitching towards. They know that their humor is very simple, but it can amuse me. I love some of the stuff they've done, like in the later career, i.e. doing a rap with Tinchy Strider.
Mm-hmm.
This is so hastily put together as a show that it just is. You can see right through the cracks of it, and it's so. If they didn't have it so organised to a T on how the buzzer works and who's going to win what, it would be a fucking mess of a show. And arguably it is anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be worse. So yeah, it's there's no drama really in it at any point. It's like, I don't care if you're winning coconuts. There's nothing, and the prizes on offer are so bad that, like, you know what, the blue team can have the Peter Andre doll. It's fine by me. That Mary Poppins VHS though, Maybe.
Give me those selection plates.
Maybe.
And connects.
So yeah, I didn't enjoy this.
Did you not?
As you may be aware, didn't really love this. I mean, it's made. I do like Chucklevision, but I don't like To Me To You as a thing. I think that the good things I can say about it is Paul and Barry are pretty good hosts and can, they know what they're doing and they can push a trolley. And the set itself is quite, it's good. It's cheap, but it's good. It's like, it's a desert island. I just wish it was just sand, a bit, like maybe like a washing up bowl is like water or something. There's your coastline. But yeah, it's inoffensive. It's only offensive now looking back at it. At the time, I thought it was amazing. That's the worst thing about it. So, yeah, feel free.
I think me and you had very different experiences with this show. I really enjoyed it.
Really?
I really enjoyed it. Mixture of this is quite shit and just having a good time with it. I actually really liked how simple it was, in that it was just very smooth running. I thought the kids were hilarious because they were shite. Unintentionally hilarious, yes. Barry and Paul...
Ryan Morey is the best.
Yes.
And sorry, Mick Williams, you're not. But yeah.
You're close.
Yeah.
Barry and Paul, I've never had any love for ever. Like I don't think they're very
not
good.
Not even on Coach Trip.
Close. Yeah, that's the only time I've really enjoyed them. I just really liked the show. Like I liked pirates when I was a kid. I liked the setting of it.
There was no real pirate in this.
But it was the illusion, the idea of a desert
that
island.
That would have been a good show, actually. Pirates at the start taking overboard their ship.
And they had to win it back.
It's like that other Tom Hanks film, like Captain Phillips, Captain Chuckles,
Captain Dave Benson Phillips.
Yes. But if their ship was overtaken by pirates, then I'd be quite happy.
Yeah, that would be good. There was absolutely nothing resting on this show at all. There was no drive for it. It was just, okay, two blokes on an island, win some shitty prizes.
Win some connects.
Yes, win some Peter Andre. I don't know, I quite liked how well it was put together. It made it run very smoothly, actually. I was expecting...
Yeah, because it was fixed.
But yeah, like it was enjoyable. Like I didn't.
Killer shows aren't fixed.
Yeah, but I do not give a damn about, like now, definitely about the outcome of a kids' game show. Not at all. But it made it smooth.
There were chocolate bars on this. Okay.
Yeah, there was some for me. I've got them. I don't care now.
You cheated as well. You clearly don't care about cheating.
I'm prepared.
No,
son.
It's cheating, mate.
Whatever. No, this is the most rose tinted. And
yes.
So far, and it's the most that I remember from a game show. I just really enjoyed it, and it was so inoffensive that I can visit it back now and not really enjoy it, but not feel bad about it. I will admit.
So you're content. I'm indifferent.
Yes.
That's basically what we're saying. Okay.
I will say, however, listening to you talk about it has stopped this from being either really jolly jaunt to a bit of an army crawl.
Yes.
Do not get me wrong.
That's the type of person I am.
Yeah.
That's why that's happened.
Don't get me wrong. This show is absolute shite. There's no doubt about this show being absolute shite, but it's inoffensive, it's ultra simple, and parts of that I really enjoy.
No, I can't really disagree with you, but I think it's,
wrong.
I feel like I'm like you were with Funhouse. Like, if you just take a step back and go, yeah, it's not that bad, really. It's like, you're fine with that, But
fucking hell, I hated Funhouse when we watched
exactly,
it again. Oh my god. That was just a drop off from greatness to utter shite. But that's the thing, compare this to Funhouse, I still enjoyed this more than I did watching Funhouse. For the fact, not in a retrospective fashion, but if I was watching it for a show itself, this is better than Funhouse.
Okay. I disagree, and it's actually good that we disagree for once, because at least that's interesting, rather than going, oh my god, this is so good.
Yeah.
Like we've done in the previous three.
Yeah.
So, that was To Me To You.
I saved that for last.
I'm sure we will visit. Well, given that you've said you don't remember Chucklevision at all, we're probably going to watch an episode of Chucklevision way down the line.
I severely do not want to do that. We will, but I'm not looking forward to it.
So that was To Me To You. I fucking hated it. Thomas didn't. And coming up next time, we're probably going to have a very Christmassy special of that 90s podcast. To yet be determined.
Indeed, but perhaps we will find our big break in that episode.
It would be really awkward if it isn't Big Break now. I'm off for a long walk, I think now. I might see if there's any like ferry trips to Chuckle Island to get an experience of it myself. But given that the phone line doesn't work, I think it's probably been abandoned. Could have been flooded or something. So.
You wouldn't come back.
No.
I, however, am going to sit atop my bounty of prizes and have a great time.
Enjoy.
I will.
Join us next time for more on 90s nostalgia. Ta-ta.
Toodaloo.
No slacking.
Seen us riding in our Chuckle-mobile, or seen us in our caravan. You may have seen us flying high with no